All right, all right. It is Saturday, September 19th. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Saturday Night RC Live. And we have Green Frog in the house. Hey, man, good evening. Welcome. You're here early. So today, what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to do a little trivia. Obviously, I covered an RC here with my Spectrum shirt. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and see if you guys can guess, which vehicle is under this shirt. So yeah, so that's pretty much what we have for tonight. And hopefully, as our life progresses, we'll invite some people in here and, we'll get this show started and, we'll go from there. So before I begin, we want to do a couple shout outs as usual. So, and see, already people are trying to see what it's under the shirt. RC Recreation says, and first and foremost, good evening, man. Welcome. Is it the laser nut? Who knows, man? Right now, I'll be giving you guys hints, and as we go along, hopefully you guys can guess, what the vehicle is. So let's see here. Big Head RC says, if we guess right, we get the RC. Well, if you guess it, I'll bash it for you. How's that? Green Frog RC says, only 1 out of a 60 chance guess. Yep, that is correct. So, and we have Kurt RC in the house. Hey, man, welcome. Good evening. So let's see here. Big Cat RC says, if it's a felony, it is, I'll tell you this, it is not a felony. So we'll start with that, Then we have Reet RC. Hey, man, good evening. Welcome. So yeah, right now what I'm going to do is give a couple shout outs, before we start the show. Today's show is a little trivia to see if you guys can guess what's under this Spectrum shirt. Is it a crawler? Is it a basher? Is it an on-road? And as we go along, I'll go ahead and give you guys a couple hints. And as we get closer and closer, we'll, I'll go and reveal it, So then from there, if you want to talk about it a little bit, I'll go ahead and do so. And then I'll invite a couple people to jump in here with me if you guys have a, greater host here. So yeah. And then Big Head RC says SCX24. Well, I'll tell you this, man. It's the front wheel is right here. Okay, and this is the size of the wheel. Okay, so I mean, that pretty much tells you that it's not a 1/24 scale. So it's gotta be something, I'm gonna say, that's what she said moment, but it's gonna be that big. Green Frog says it's a raminator. Well, actually, if it's a raminator, I would actually need like 2 shirts, 3, So, so yeah, let me see here. God, my phone is acting pretty slow tonight. Green Frog RC says if it's the Glamisphere. What do you think? Is it? Because look, the Glamisphere, all of my Glamisphere actually have banners in the rear. So this doesn't really show that it has banners. So And that pretty much answers that. RC Recreation says, is it from Horizon? Horizon does carry it. Um, I can't really say nothing else, but Horizon Hobby does carry it. You know, and actually the thing is, what doesn't Horizon Hobby carry? You know, so hopefully that answers your question. And so yeah, and what I'm about to do here is do a shout out. So my first shout out of the night, and actually I think it's a well deserved shout out. So my first shout out is gonna be RC Hobby Films. Okay, if you guys haven't seen RC Hobby Films, I highly suggest you to do so. Okay, and I'll tell you this since I'll show it here on my phone. If you guys haven't checked out RC Hobby Films, this is his channel. And actually, I've had enjoyed his channel so far since I do have the Jeep Gladiator, and also he has plenty of other crawlers. So yeah, man, this guy he definitely needs some support from our RC family. So yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and check out RC Hobby Films, feel free to do so, man. You will not be disappointed. Beanfield Alice Turtle says, "Is the shirt moving or I'm just hallucinating?" You are hallucinating. There is no battery on the vehicle, and it shouldn't be moving unless if I no, actually, yeah, it shouldn't be moving. And then we have Filthico in the house. Hey, yo, what's up, man? Good evening. Kevin Gibbs says it's Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow. I'll tell you this, it's not. It is not Lightning McQueen. Green Frog RC says Losini Tenacity DB Pro. Huh. I don't know. Could it be a DB Pro? Could it be the Laser Nut? Could it be, could it be an Arma? Could it be a Losi? Could it be a Traxxas? Could it be an Arma? That's something that I guess we'll get to in a bit. But I'll tell you this, Green Frog, it is not a Losi Tenacity DB Pro. So Filthy Coast says, thumbs up, guys. Hey, man, highly appreciate it. And also hit that like button. Please, if you don't mind. That will totally help me out. RC Recreation says, either a laser nut or an axial rock hopper with portals. I forgot its name again. Brain fart. Rock hopper with portal. Oh, well, I do own the Traxxas Trx4, which also has portals. And actually, look, I'll tell you this, I'm still upgrading the Blazer. So, and actually it is ready. It's good to go. I added weight and, a couple of other goodies, but, the more I, do some research on that truck, it's, more awesome parts, I find. But, I'll tell you this, man, like I said, it's not a laser nut and it's, well, if I should say it is, it's technically not a rock crawler either. So, I mean, that kind of gives you an idea of what it is. So, Filthy Car C says Arma. I don't know. Could it be? I don't know. I'm not sure. And then King Troy 502 says, can it be a Traxxas? Ugh, I don't know, man. I can actually say yes. I can actually say no. I don't know, man. I'm kind of speechless on that. And actually, if I'm speechless, that means that maybe this guy, King Troy 502, maybe he technically is in the right track. I'm not sure. So then King Troy 502 also says, I just got into the hobby on August 13th. Hey man, so welcome to the RC hobby, welcome to the RC community. Also, people here that are on the chat, they're also hobby enthusiasts. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, man. That we're here to help. Of course, man. So huge welcome to Keen Troy 502. And you know what? I'll go ahead and give him a shout out. I really haven't seen your channel, buddy, but I'll give you this, man. So today's shout out is gonna be from RC. Uh, Jesus, brain fart. RC Hobby Films, which I also did mention earlier, and my friend here, King Troy 502. He's pretty much new to the RC hobby, so go ahead and show some support to him. And yeah, and actually, before I go any further, I'll go ahead and look him up. Let's see here, King Troy 502. Let's see. Okay, so there he is, ladies and gentlemen. So there's King Troy 502. He's got 18 subscribers. Okay. And so yeah, look, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also, my friend, I would like to be notified. So let's go ahead and click all. And there it is, my friend. So yeah, King Troy 502, welcome to the RC hobby, my friend. And of course, people here, they see you on the chat or around. Yeah, I'm sure people will follow you as well. So yeah, King Troy 502. There you go, my friend. Let's see here. Oh boy. Filthy Cole says, or a red cat. Yeah, could it be a red cat? I'm not sure, man. Like I said, I'll give you guys hint as we go along. So yeah. Let's see here. RC Recreation says not Traxxas from Horizon. So like I said, Horizon Hobby also carries Traxxas. They're not associated or affiliated. Actually, if I should say, they're not affiliated in any form or shape. There are their own distributors, but Horizon Hobby also stocks, their stuff. So, do have that in mind as well. So, Beanfield Alice Turtle says, too small for the Jeep Gladiator. And I'll tell you this, so we're going to go ahead and knock out the crawlers. This is definitely not a crawler. So I'll give you guys that. Reeds RC says it's a Traxxas Haas. Honestly, the Traxxas Haas would be, super high. So I don't know. No, it is not a Traxxas Haas. I'll just give you that. Hello, and then we have John Martin in the house. Hey man, good evening. I know John Martin is actually racing tonight. So yeah. Hopefully you're doing a good job, man. Hopefully you're winning out there, So let's see. Big Big Head RC says, does the battery stay in when you jump it? Yes, it should. I know that's a huge discrepancy with the Traxxas Haas, based on Tony from CCXRC, his experience. I know he had major issues with the battery falling out. This vehicle, the battery does stay in put, it does stay in place. So yeah. And then we have Barbecue Altered RC says, I almost got my first broken bone from RC an hour ago. Jesus. Okay. Well, be careful, man. If you see that freaking car, truck, whatever it is, coming at you, jump, man. And Barbecue Altered RC says, nice Spectrum shirt. Hey, man, appreciate it. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what's under the shirt. So yeah, that's pretty much the dilemma for tonight. RC Recreation says, okay, does the original box say Horizon on it? It does not. It does not. So if pretty much if this brand does not have Horizon Hobby on a box, that pretty much eliminates everything else. So So yeah, and also, and check this out. Kevin Gibbs says, Tamaya, where's Brad? You need him. So yeah, and it could be a Kyosho, it could be a Tamaya, it could be team associated, you know, um, it could be, gee, what other? It could be Traxxas. Um, so yeah, you know, and sorry, ladies and gentlemen, trying to catch up here on chat. So let's see here. Big oops, yeah, man. Be careful out there, man. King Troy 502 says, my brother is the person who really got me into RC. Oh, I bet, man. This hobby is amazing hobby. It's really, really great pastime. And I don't blame you, you know? And then, yeah, Green Frog RC says, tough break on the RC barbecue. I hope you're all right. And the speed car, easy enough, fixable. So, okay. So I guess he was doing several speed runs. I haven't really, seen much videos, man. I've been really busy, but I'll definitely, check out all of you guys' videos when I can. So yeah. Let's see. Beanfield Alice Turtle says it's Wolverine sitting in a hot tub. Well, I'll tell you this, man. It's definitely not an action figure. It is an RC. Um, all we need to do is figure out what's under this freaking shirt. So Green Frog RC says maybe it's Matarosi. But see, the thing is, RC Recreation actually asked if when this vehicle came in a box, did it actually say Horizon Hobby on it? And I said no. So anything that is under Horizon Hobby, technically it's not it. So and look and see, he says, So Big Head RC says WL Toys. It is not a WL Toys. I mean, also, you can scratch that out. So, and then we have the Tank RC. Hey, man, good evening. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, those of you guys that are just joining us, there is an RC vehicle under this shirt, and we are trying to figure out what RC vehicle is on there. So, if you guys know the answer, comment down below. If you're, I don't know, can read minds. If you can see through this shirt, comment down below what vehicle it is. So, and of course, RC Recreation says, so if it was new today, would Horizon be in the box? This vehicle is actually brand new. I think I've used it maybe once, no, twice actually. I'm sorry. So I've used this twice. This is a brand new RC in my RC fleet. And if it was new today, yes, you're right. It will not be a Horizon product. So Horizon will not be in the box, on the box. So let's see here. Now we have Sticky's RC says laser nut. It is not a laser nut, my friend. It is not a laser nut. The Tank RC says how many wheels? It has 4 wheels. Oh, look at that. King Troy 502 says, is it gas or electric? Huh. I'll tell you this, man. It is an electric. I hardly do nitro, honestly. And that's just my own personal preference. Not that I hate gas or nitro, but mostly actually all of my vehicles are all electric. So it is an electric vehicle. I'll tell you that. Okay. So let's see here. And also, if I missed your comment, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up on chat here. I'm actually getting some great responses here. And also, we have Sticky's RC. I already said welcome to him, but he says happy Saturday, everyone. Hey, man, appreciate it. Welcome. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your Saturday nights here with me, your host, RC Basher Boy. Let's see here. So pretty much, I think I'm caught up. Uh-oh. Now we're actually getting a thread here. It says Bobby Kid Ultra RC says, tell us what it is or we're leaving your chat. I'll tell you. I'll tell you, man. I'm just trying just to make it fun and interesting. Once I see that nobody's trying to figure out what this is, I'll let you guys know. Of course, by the end of tonight or in the middle of this live stream, you will know what this vehicle is. And all I got to do is just grab it and boom, take the shirt off, you know? So yeah. That's my IC says it's a hybrid RC. Actually, that would be pretty cool. And hey, man, welcome. Good evening. I didn't see you there, but yeah. So technically, it's all electric. I'll tell you that it's not hybrid. It's all electric. Sticky's RC says 3S, 4S, or 6S. That is a good question. This vehicle is, I'll tell you this, it is nickel metal compatible, and to my knowledge, I think the most you can do is a 3S battery on there. So, and also that's also a huge given. So let's see here. RC Recreation says looks like open wheels. Buggy or truggy? Well, technically, it's not a buggy, and it's not a truggy. This is a. It's because if I say it, man, pretty much we actually narrow it down to to what it actually is, but it's not a buggy, okay? And a truggy, I can actually, maybe we can go into that direction. It's a truggy, but there is also another, okay, what's the word I'm looking for? It's basically something else. John Martin says it's a Tamiya. I'll tell you this, man. And actually, I can say this right now. It is not a Tamiya. So I'll tell you that. Let's see here. Oh boy, I'm actually getting backed up here. It says I think it's a Kyosho or a Tamiya. Could it be a Kyosho? I mean, I already said it's not a Tamiya, but yeah, John Martin says it had to be said. Yeah, man, and trust me, I already pretty much scratched out a Tamiya. So King Troy 502 says, is it a truck or a car? It's a truck. Okay, I'll give you guys that. And then Bobby Kid Alternacy says, bye, Gabe. I don't want to deal with this. Kevin Gibbs says, the Altima, the Nissan Altima? Incorrect. It's not. And then King Troy 502 says, no, I ain't leaving. RC Recreation says, show us a wheel. Look, and also, if I show you a wheel, I think technically just by exposing a wheel, it will just pretty much tell you what it is. So, it is not a rock racer. Kevin Gibbs says, show us some leg. No, it's because, oh man, let me see. You're kind of seeing a wheel over there, kind of, right? Oh. It's not a Techno. And let's see here. And look, I'm gonna tell you this already, gentlemen. So someone already named the vehicle, and also, I mean, could it be Sticky's RC? Could it be Green Frog? Could it be Kevin? Well, actually, Kevin Hill, hey man, welcome. I already said it's not a crawler, so pretty much you can scratch that one out. But right now, these comments that you see here, somebody just mentioned it. So, what do you think it is? Well, actually, this vehicle, Oh man, it's been out, as long as I can remember. But but yeah, let's see here. And then we have Sean in the house. Hey, 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 good evening. No, actually, I wanted to. Yeah, there you go. It says, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, man, welcome. So, those of you guys just joining us, we are trying to figure out what's, under this shirt. It is an RC, okay? It is an RC. It is RC related, of course. So, Sticky's RC is Gladiator. Sean RC Adventure says a POS. Well, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. The Tank RC is he's actually saying, is it a 1/16 scale? It is not a 1/16 scale, you know? So the Tank also says, is it a Traxxas? Huh. I don't know. Could it be? Could it be not? And then Fabio Q says, everyone give him thumbs down for toying us in our emotions. Let's see here. Osboy81 says, Team Associated Reflex DB10 paddle tires. Hey, man, I do own the Reflex, and I do own the truggy version of the Reflex, tiny Team Associated. So, but no, it's not that one. It is not. And oh boy, I mean, the answer, it is still on chat. And as long as if I see it, if somebody else says it, let's see. Sticky's RC says it's a truck, so Traxxas or Arma. Oh boy, you know what? Rich Sticky's RC actually he narrowed it down. And again, I'll tell you this, okay? So RC Recreation said that if there's Horizon Hobby, if you would get this in a box, if Horizon Hobby is actually printed on top of the box. And I said no. So Arma actually has Horizon Hobby on every single box, right? What does that tell you? It's not an Arma. And it's right here, on your screen. It's not an Arma. There's your brand right there, ladies and gentlemen. There is your brand. The Tank RC says done. Thumbs down. Then we have RC Bandit in the house. Hey, man, good evening. Welcome, welcome. RC Recreation says, does it have the worst stock diff to hub drive shafts known to the hobby? Well, I'll tell you this, man. This is a brand new RC to me. I wouldn't be able to tell you, such descriptive, failure. But as I'm using it, I'll let you know. Barbecue Ultra RC says, does it come in a rock and roll paint job? I'll tell you this. Okay, so when I placed the order, I did place the order on a previous, model that they just discontinued the body. Okay, so this body is actually a fresh body of this year. Okay, so yeah, this is a 2020 new body from this particular brand for this particular model. Okay. Green Frog RC says, is it a 1/16 Traxxas E-Revo? It is not. Tank Deck actually also mentioned it. If it was actually a 1/16 E-Revo, no, it is not. RC Recreation's like, so it's not the Rustler. I don't know, man. Sean RC Adventure says, oh boy, jeez. Says, how about you tell us what's on the way too short? Huh. I'll let you know. Actually, we are getting closer now. I'll tell you this, okay? Because I do see a couple of answers like this one. Is it a Haas? Do you guys think it's a Haas? Barbecue Altura C says, is the body off of it? No, actually, the whole vehicle is intact. I mean, what I'm gonna do right now is just do a reveal, just pretty much see what I just did there. You know, you guys want me to do this already, huh? So yeah, the reveal is just pretty much this is what I'm gonna do. Just remove the shirt and you will see. Tank RC says the Enduro. It is not a crawler tank. It is not a crawler. Ooh, look at that. Big Kid RC says, is it a Stampede? And then John Martin says, nope. Baba Kid Ulterior LC says, look on top right corner. It says Gabe is a duckhead. It says powered by StreamYard. So Kurt RC says it's an Armor Granite. It is not an Armor Granite. Sorry to say. King Troy 502 says, I think it's a Haas because they discontinued Stampede for the Haas. Actually, that's still in terminology, the Haas is a Stampede rebrand. Well, not rebrand, but remodeled. It's like saying, the Cavalier turned into a Cobalt. You know what I mean? So they just changed the name. Kevin Gibbs says, didn't you put a Haas in layaway? No, I didn't. And actually, I just gave it away. It is not a Haas. And look, I think I guess I'm being a little bit too harsh on you guys. So the Tank RC says it's a Rustler 4x4. If I give you guys a drivetrain, we can pretty much narrow it down. And I did see RC Recreation also said this. Is it an open wheel vehicle? Okay. So let's just narrow it down for you guys already. So it is a two-wheel drive vehicle. It is not 4x4. Okay. And it's technically a basher. Okay. And then we have JB the Voice. Hey, what's up, Justin? Good evening, man. Welcome. And then Bobby RC says, will you show you harsh, Gabe? Bobby's RC says, Rustler 4x4 with a Haas body. Nope. Ooh, boy. Look at that. Let's see here. King Troy RC says, I got the idea that it's a Traxxas and not an Arma anymore. It is a Traxxas. I'll give you guys that. Okay. And it's not a dually. And then Beamfield has he's already doing the drum roll. Sean RC Adventure says, oh, lift the goddamn shirt already. I'm from New York. We're impatient. Remote control shirt. Actually, this is a shirt from Spectrum. Okay, I think when I bought the DX4R, actually, I did receive this shirt with it to go with that as well. So, oh boy. So, is it a buggy? You know what? I'm being too harsh with you guys now. So, are you guys ready? Can you guys give me a drum roll already? Let's just pretty much showcase this thing already, so we can talk about it. And yeah, so I'll give you guys my 2 cents. Big Kid RC says, if you was on a date, I would have already taken you back home by now. Yeah, man, aren't I just such a tease, right? So, ready, 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 ready. Here we go. Is it a new fort? No, it's not. There you go. See, that's what I needed to see. Drum roll. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready. 3, 2, 1. Boosh. So we have, this is pretty much a fresh new body from Traxxas, which is now the Rustler Vxl 2-wheel drive. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And also, this vehicle, some people like it, some people hate it. A lot of my friends actually said, uh, how come you don't get the 4-wheel drive version? You know what, man? I'm old school. I really do enjoy, um, the 2-wheel drive platform. Actually, I'm a 2-wheel drive fanatic. Um, RC Recreation says the Rustler, yeah, it is not new, but it's new to me. And the only thing that's new is this body. You can actually check it out on the Traxxas website. And yeah, you know, it is new. So the body is, but the car ain't. So Kevin Gibbs says looks good. Hey man, pretty much. Thank you, thank you. Bobby Caltars, he says you don't have friends, Gabe. Let's see. Mutual Cheryl says that's cool, Basher. I just burned my motor up with my Stampede. I'll say, yeah, man. Well, the cool thing about it is, I mean, you can easily replace them, so. And see, and there you go. See, look, everybody's highly opinionated with these vehicles. See, there you go. Sean says, I was right. It's a POS. So again, this is the VXL version. Okay. Pretty much like I said, I think I've used this twice. And mainly because I wanted to see how it handled and to see what I needed to do, in order for me to use it. And so far, man, I am not disappointed. So yeah. Then we have Sticky's RC says, "Gotta run, guys. Time for some monsters with the wife. Congrats on the new. Hey, man, appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great, great evening. Well, great rest of your weekend, man. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by." So, yeah. Let's see here. Hopefully, I didn't miss any other comments here. Let's see. Yeah, sir. Okay, so we're good. So now I'll get right into it. So, why a Rustler VXL? Technically, man, I've gotten these nice flashy RCs lately, and the thing is, man, I really really miss. Okay, I really really miss bashing like there's no tomorrow. What do I mean about that? Okay, I know, like for example, Arma, Losi, uh, even I'm gonna say Vatera, but name brands that Horizon Hobby uh, has under their wing. Thing is, man, by over the years, they do discontinue that model. That is something that if you see most of my RC collection, further down the road, those vehicles will become paperweights. Okay. The Traxxas Rustler 2-wheel drive, has been around as long as I can remember. Okay. By me bashing like there's no tomorrow, this is the type of vehicle that I would require, because if I break something, my local hobby shop actually backs me up, because they do have a big wall, full of RC parts, and all I got to do is just walk in, let them know which part I need, and they have it for me there on hand. Okay, I miss those days. Okay, back then, just like how I still bash Now I bash, with a little bit of discretion. I'm saying, hey, well, if I break this, of course, the downtime of, like, for example, I'll give you guys a big example. The downtime of me running my laser nut and breaking it, the downtime will be a lot more than this, okay? Because if I break something in this particular vehicle, it's harder for me to find parts, whether if it's online or just local, okay? So I'm very, very also I'm very unbiased with with all RC brands, but the truth is that, okay, if I want to bash like there's no tomorrow, there's no other dependable brand out there than Traxxas. Okay. Of course, Losi is also dependable, Arma is also dependable, just to name a few brands. Okay. I'm not saying that they're bad brands. All I'm saying is it is much easier for me to find a replacement part anywhere here in the city than a Losi or an Arma or any other brand, an Axial, um, just to name a few brands. So that's the main reason why I chose this vehicle. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that sums it up. Okay, this vehicle, if this vehicle can talk, this vehicle has feelings. This thing has no idea, what's coming. I'm gonna bash this thing like there's no tomorrow. That is the plan. Okay, that is basically what this thing has planned, and that's why I even decided to use it. Um, I did mention this vehicle in my earlier live streams. I even touched the subject, I think, a few of my live streams ago, mentioning why I went with a Traxxas vehicle. And honestly, man, I don't regret it. I did use it twice, and oh man, this thing has plenty of potential. So of course, as far as Traxxas, I also do own not the Rustler. Yeah, obviously it's there. The Slash. I do own the Revo. I do own the UDR. Um, Never have I owned a Rustler. So I know technically by the end of the day, it's pretty much like a two-wheel drive Slash or a two-wheel drive Bandit. But I gotta say, man, since I've never owned, such vehicle, and technically this is considered a stadium truck. That's what you can refer to this vehicle as. Um, but yeah, man, I'm very, very excited, to get this and just bash it like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, no, right? Barbecue says vehicle could get a word in if he could talk. Yeah, man, and trust me, I gotta say, man, it's coming. So let's see here. So I do regret it. No, I don't, man. I don't. I don't. RC Recreation says good reasoning. I had a Nitro once a long time ago. After changing the drive shaft, it was an amazing truck. But yeah, man. Of course, right now we're just shooting the bull and we're just talking here and just having a great time. And let's see here. King Troy 502 says, something, the Rustler and the Stampede stock wheels are the same. Technically, yeah, that's something that I did notice, that these wheels, the gunmetal wheels, you see them also on the Stampede and, I think even the Bandit, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that's why I didn't want to showcase the wheel because I would have just given the whole freaking car, you know? So, so yeah, so pretty much that's my take. Um, that's pretty much, the vehicle that I went with, And of course, I could have gotten another low C or an Arma, but you know what? Dual drive, man, this is where I'm at. I know, for example, there's a lot of people that, and yeah, I've been criticized. Okay, I've been told, hey, you're gonna have much more fun with a four wheel drive version of it. And even when I ordered this, they even told me, hey, why don't you get the 4x4? I said, no, my heart, okay, my humble heart is with a two wheel drive. I'm a two wheel drive guy. You know what I mean? So, so let's see here. Barbecue Altar RC says, nice score, Gabe. Any RC put a smile on your face. It's okay in my book. Better than better than the one that just about to give me a peg leg. Yeah, right? See, yeah, and that's what I mean, man. So technically, this vehicle I bought it, just to fulfill, my bashing, my inner basher, you know. So that's why I chose this. So, of course, and I'm gonna tell you this, I do like the paint scheme. This is pretty much, the yellow version of the vehicle. I know they also come in orange and red, but no, man, this actually when I saw it online, it's like, you know what, yeah, this is it. You know. So Kevin Gibbs says, have y'all noticed that most, if not all, RC companies release their products knowing it has flaws, sits back and waits for the RC community to fix it, good or bad? Um, a huge example, Tony from CCXRC. Um, you know, Apparently Tony had a huge issue, with his battery tray, of course, and even Tony went online and see what he can do to solve that issue. And if I'm not mistaken, he technically drilled a hole and he technically put like an Allen wrench as a pin, So yeah, maybe Traxxas likes to sit back and just watch to see what the consumers do, and if the idea is good, I guess they patent it and they work with that, you know. So RC Creation says all good as long as you're smiling. Yeah, of course I am, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I'm sure it's like, oh, how come Basher Boy didn't get the four wheel drive? I own plenty of four wheel drive, and if you ask me, if I would have to pick the Basher, and truly, if you ask me, well, which vehicle, which platform would you have more fun with? I would immediately say a two wheel drive. Doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter, what it looks like. If it's a two wheel drive, I can guarantee I will be a happy camper, So Kurtz RC says, I like it. Rustler is a fun basher. Fast. Oh man, technically I'm very excited, to be honest. So yeah. So anyway, I've been talking pretty much to the vehicle here all by myself. So if you guys want to join in tonight, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and put the link. If you guys want to jump in here with me and talk live with the rest of the audience, you're more than welcome to. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the link on chat. If you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome. So let me just do this really quick and go from there. Let's see. All right. So there it is. If you guys want to join, just go ahead and click the link, and it will bring you to this live stream. So King Troy RC says, I want to get an Emax, but my next RC will be a car like a DR10 or a Bandit or some. The Emax, those are hard to come by. And honestly, I think those have been discontinued like for the longest time. But but yeah, I mean, if you can find one, man. That's pretty much a really good basher. I haven't owned one myself, but I hear good things. And the DR10, that would be a team associated. Um, Actually, I do own one of those, and it's an awesome truck, man, I gotta say. I own the Lucas Oil Steam DR10, so that's also a pretty rad truck. The Bandit, so I do hear that the Bandit and the Rustler kind of share the same chassis. I don't know if that's true or not, but I can see the potential there, man. So even the Bandit is pretty cool. So yeah. Bobby's RC says I've got one 4x4 RC truck, and that is a DHK Maximus. So let's see here. RC Recreation says isn't Traxxas model? Don't worry, there'll be a third party replacement soon. Yeah, and their huge ally is RPM. So if you can find an arm, from Traxxas, well, RPM's got your back. That's the cool thing about it. So, and also even if you want to metal your car out, hot racing also gives you hop up parts. And pretty much, man, anywhere you go, Traxxas, man, they're everywhere, you know. So, so yeah. So anyway, so I've been going live for 51 minutes 53 seconds. So wow, I can't believe it. Like I felt like this thing barely started, man. So I guess that huge reveal. Actually, I think I extended that for a bit, kept you guys in suspense. Hopefully, you guys are not mad at me because of all of the freaking suspense. But yes, but there you go, man. It was a Traxxas Rustler. So yeah, and so yeah, and then also changing the subject. So if you guys have any RC plans for the weekend, comment down below. Let me know what you're gonna do this weekend. What are you gonna run? What are you gonna use? So yeah, let me know. Big Cat RC says I order some I'm assuming it's RPM or GPM. I guess I'll just be verbatim. He says I ordered some GPM parts for my Max. Sweet, man. Now on your Max, did you already add your what do you call it? They call it the white kit, I guess they call it. So Big Head RC, yeah. Since I said that, hopefully you guys are not mad. So he's not mad, but he's no. I mean, I'm not a. I guess it's not a second chance for sure. I'm a huge tease, you know. So so yeah. My plans. What I have planned is to actually run my crawler. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the Gladiator or the TRX4 Blazer. Haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm leaning towards the Gladiator. I think that truck needs to make his debut here with the RC Bash Boys channel. I did showcase it. I didn't do an unboxing because of course our friend Aaron from RC Sparks already did one amazing unboxing. Also the Tank RC, I know he's joining us here on chat. He also did a great unboxing. There's a lot of information on this truck already. So technically, what I just did, I just took it out of the box. Checked all of the electronics, servo, ESC, forward, backwards, servo, it's working. So that's pretty much what I did. So technically, the Axial Jeep Gladiator is just gonna be a running video of it. Okay, so and I'm very very excited about it. I did see also Tank took it to his course and it did amazing. Okay, so I'm very excited to see its capabilities. So yeah, and also, since I'm talking about the Axial Jeep Gladiator, there it is, yours truly, the Tank RC. If you guys want to see a detailed unboxing of the Axial Jeep Gladiator, the Tank RC, actually, that's pretty much one of his latest videos, from the Tank RC of the Axial Jeep Gladiator. So yeah. So on that note, so let's see here. Beamfield Alicerdo says, going to upload my video, the one that I burnt the motor out of my Stampede. Hey, man, upload it. We'll be watching, man. You know? So definitely, definitely. Big Head RC says, so yeah, I did ask him if he did the white kit on his Max. And he says, no, I didn't do the white kit. And I hear, things about the Max that apparently some people are saying that they're overreacting as far as, the control on the truck. And I have seen it, through videos. I mean, I haven't seen one live, here. I really can't tell, how well it performs. I'm sorry. Um, and yeah, I mean, people are saying that some people say they the Max doesn't need the white kit, and some people do say that it does. So it's kind of one of those things, man. That if you drive it, you can pretty much say, whether it needs it or not. So let's see here. Oh, yeah, I was actually I was gonna click on that. RC Recreation says waiting on a warranty replacement servo for my Kraton in the mail. Too cheap to get a better one. So running my 3300 kV 550 can Gen 8X. Sweet. So you're going crawling, huh? And then that's when I highlighted Kevin Gibbs' his comment says nothing wrong with cashing a warranty. Yeah, man. Trust me, when these manufacturers they do claim with a limited, quotations, limited warranty. It doesn't hurt, man, to actually, contact them, so they can take care of you. And even myself, man, since I do own a large fleet of RCs, I did do a warranty claim not too long ago. I had to do a warranty claim on the Losi Tenacity DV Pro because as soon as I unboxed that vehicle, I plugged in the battery, checked all the endpoints, checked the wheel nuts, everything. I did check that everything was intact, everything was working. And the issue that that car had out of the box was the LED bar. Two of the lights of the LED bar weren't working. So actually, that was a huge flaw for me. I'm like, ugh, and of course, you kind of see, the little lights on the LED bar, and it's pretty much, two of them were not working. So yeah, the LED bar wasn't working at its full potential. And unfortunately, I even ran it like that because when I made the claim, this is when all of the, of course, we're living through some tough times right now. And well, yeah, I mean, Horizon Hobby took a long time for me to get that part. So I did decide, to run that vehicle, with the broken LED bar. And even you can even see the vehicle. If you guys haven't checked out that video of the Losi Tenacity DV Pro, if you check it out, you can actually see that the LED bar, some of the lights aren't working on there. So yeah. King Troy 502 says, "Are those slick tires on the front?" Um, these wheels are technically called, the steer tires. Okay, so these are the types of wheels that you actually would get on a two-wheel drive stadium truck or buggy or a truggy, and these are your traditional wheels and tires. I meant, but yeah, these are steer tires. They're not the slicks. So let's see here. Beanfield Alistero says, does anybody know a good replacement for the Traxxas motor in a Stampede 4-wheel drive? The question is, are you right? Are you using the Titan 550 motor brushed or a Valinian, 550 motor? Let us know. If you go brushless, Castle, that is, on top of my head. But yeah, and if it's a brushed, I would just buy a brush replacement. I mean, they're pretty cheap. I think they're like about $20. So they're so easy to replace. So and then hey, we have CCXRC in the house. He says I prefer the Haas. And I know he prefers the Haas because he still owns it. So yeah, true that. RC Recreation says, yeah, missing lights, brand new sucks, bro. Yeah, and actually I was very devastated when I turned on the Losi Tenacity DB Pro and I noticed that two of the LED lights from the light bar weren't working. I was like, oh, isn't that a bummer? So yeah, and then I did contact Horizon Hobby, and it's pretty easy, to make a warranty claim. All you gotta do is just show them your receipt. Obviously not your receipt, but proof of purchase. That it was purchased, from a local hobby shop or anywhere that it was basically a brand new vehicle. That's all you got to show Horizon Hobby, and then from there you just pretty much tell them like, which part number do you need. So basically, what I did, I just screenshotted my receipt, and I showed them, the picture of the part number that I need. So I went to my manual and I pretty much pinpointed, hey, Horizon Hobby, this is the one that I needed. And also I did take a picture of the LED bar, the whole vehicle, exposing the LED bar that it wasn't functioning right. And yeah, I just got a confirmation from Horizon Hobby. All right, so your part is on order, and whenever, because the part that I needed was out of stock, and so they did tell me as soon as they get a good stock, they will just send me the part, and yeah, so they did. So yeah. Let's see here. Sean RC Adventure says, okay, gotta run. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. Hey, man, appreciating you stopping by, man. Have a great, great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. So yeah, if you guys want to join in, I did put the link on top. Also, if you need me to resend it, I'll be more than happy to do that as well. So yeah. So let's see here. Beanfield Alice Turtle says, I'm probably going to do a warranty claim on the motor. That sounds like a good idea. Now, let me tell you this, okay? If you do, especially with Traxxas, if you do a warranty claim, they don't cover negligence, okay? Like, for example, if since you're dealing with electronics, if you altered your plug, from a Traxxas to a Dean's or ST60s or EC3, CC5s, what have you, apparently you just voided their warranty. If you ran it, I think even at that, man, if you ran, a big battery on there, also that voids the warranty apparently. So they're very, very picky, as far as motor goes. So yeah, but if of course, if you just let them know, hey, you know what, this issue happened. Every experience differs, right? So I'm not discouraging you, but that is something that I'm sure you will be asked, So what happened? So just make sure you are ready to answer that. So yeah, and good luck with that, man. If you're gonna do a warranty, also let us know. If you do, let us know how it went. So King Troy 502 says, has anyone here ever drove a Traxxas CL1? I think it's the XO1. The Traxxas SO1, the 100-mile-per-hour car. I haven't, but right now, a true speed demon, a speed vehicle that is popular right now, it's not that. It's not the XO1. It's actually the Arma Felony, the Arma Infraction, the Arma Limitless. Those are your speed vehicles as of right now. So if you haven't checked those out, I highly suggest you check them out. So let's see here. RC Recreation says two-wheel drive tires. It's to direct the car when the front does touch the ground. Yep. Amen to that, man. So let's see here. Beanfield Alice Turtle says, yeah, just a stock brush, but going to contact Traxxas for warranty. Kevin gave me a good idea. Yeah, man. So hopefully you have a great experience with customer service, and I really, really hope they do help you out. So, and King Troy 502 says, I want to get the Armor Felony. Yeah, man, who doesn't? Um, yep, and see, there you go. Kevin Gibbs says, watch Richie with Driftomaniacs. He's a speed freak. Oh yeah, man. He sure loves his his passes. So yeah, I got you. I know what you were saying. Yeah, the Armor Felony. So yeah, going back to the vehicle. So one of the things that I did ask my local hobby shop is, what are the weak points of the Traxxas Rustler? And everybody said, let me see if my camera can catch it well. Not really, but you see that white plastic right there? It's called the belt crank. They say that if I bash this thing hard enough, those belt cranks become, to a point where they break. So they did tell me to upgrade that to aluminum. And then also, this vehicle tends to break, to go with the RPM arms. So yeah, and actually I am planning of, as I bash this thing, I am planning to upgrade, as I go. So Control Alex Turtle says later when my mic is really bad. Hey man, appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hopefully you had a great time here with us, this Saturday night. And yeah, man, have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one. And King Troy says that Rustler looks great. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Glad you like it. Kevin Gibbs says, what do you think you will be getting next, Gabe? What are you watching for flaws? Honestly, man, I'll tell you this, man. I'm getting to a point where I have, a little bit of everything. I do have crawlers, I do have rock racers, I do have buggies, monster trucks. Honestly, I draw the line with this one. I'm not saying that this will be my last RC or, the first, obviously, because I do have about 60 RCs as of right now. But honestly, right now, my mind is saying, you know what? I need to go back to the old bashing days. And I know I already covered this already, but my old bashing days were just pretty much this. Okay. The most simplest RC that is out there, a two-wheel drive model. Just go out there and just have fun. No TSM, no AVC, none of that stuff. Just plug in a battery and go. Okay. So that's pretty much where I have my mindset. Okay. And actually, as soon as I showcase this car, okay, I also want to set my mind into crawling into a bit because I've actually neglected crawling for quite a while, actually. I mean, I do have, to name a few, okay, I do have the SCXN, the first gen, do have the Wraith, the Jeep Gladiator, the Vatera Ascender, what is it, the HPI Venture, the TRX4, and again, what, I actually want to go back to crawling, but then again, I still want to bash. And, you know, I just don't, I just don't really, really want to get bored, with bashing. I really want to go out there and have fun again. And, there's no better vehicle out there than, something like this. So hopefully, having this vehicle will actually have my mindset, for just I want to break it. I really want to have fun. I really want to just actually say, you know what, let's just send this thing. Let's break it. That's my take on that. So, and of course, word around says that Arma's coming up with good stuff. Even Losi so far, man, they have been killing it. That Losi laser nut, I did drive it, and yeah, man, I can't really say. If something out there, comes out that is catchy, if I do see the potential, of course, I'll get it. But right now, like I said, man, right now it's just, of course, it's no laser nut, it's no DB Pro, it's no low CLST, there's no Arma Notorious, Mojave. This is it, man. You know, of course, if you ask me, if you get stranded out there in an island, which vehicle would you take? It's a basher, and of course, if there's local hobby shops around, this would be it, man. So, so yeah. Let's see here. CCXRC Tony says, "Did you see the new Proline bodies for the Rustler?" Um, I've had actually, but this is a 2020 scheme. This is pretty much a brand new body. It just barely came out, and quite honestly, man, I do really like how it looks. And of course, obviously by the end of the day, it still looks like a freaking Rustler. But yeah, actually, I really do like this paint scheme and the way it looks. So, but of course, if I do start breaking the body or anything that happens to the body, yeah, I'll definitely look into Proline. So, also CCXRC says a pre-cut 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor rear body for the Rustler 4x4 looks great. Yeah, man, I bet it does. You know. But yeah, this is. I don't know if the 4x4 body will fit on this two-wheel drive Rustler. I'm not sure. I haven't really even look at that, but I don't think so because the Rustler has that little clip or whatever. This only has 3 pins. Two on the front and then one in the back. So let's see here. This is one of the FAQs. So King Troy 502 says, "What is your favorite car out of your whole collection?" What do you think it is, ladies and gentlemen? It starts with the V, and what's the synonym for fear? Terrified. So let's see here. Pinfield Ice Turtle says, "Yeah, just stock battery, stock plug, ran out of water a couple times, but that was it." Also, we're going back to the the warranty claim. Yeah, and looks good to me, man. I don't think Traxxas will be harsh on you. I'm sure they will definitely help you out. So Kevin Gibbs says, "Watch the short vid Proline hat showcasing that body, Tony. It was sick. I need to check that out too, man." So I wasn't really fully aware of that body, so I'll definitely check it out. So let's see. Oh, there you go. King Troy, 502. If you're not familiar with that vehicle, that's it. Glamisphere by Botera. And look, and if I would bash my Botera, my Botera Glamisphere, the thing is, man, parts are unavailable. So pretty much those vehicles are becoming paperweights, for crying out loud. Does it hurt my feelings? Does it really, really devastate me? Yes, it does. Okay. And pretty much going back to this, this will not be a paperweight anytime soon. All of my Glamises, they will soon be, especially if I use them, if I break them. But yeah, so that answers that. So let's see here. I do like the body. Yeah, man, and I'm telling you that this is the latest edition, that Traxxas came out with. If you even go to their website, it's right there. They do say that it's the newest edition, which is pretty much Nothing has changed. It's still a Rustler, but it's just the different colors that are on there. So RC Recreation says I'd never get bored of an RC, just of the same location too many times in a row. Yeah, man, and trust me, I even myself, that I bash at the same spot. But see, the thing is, I only showcase that tiny little section. The RC Bash Boy Arena has a lot to offer. You know, and that's just me. That I'm just comfortable in that one section. But if we go further down, there's rocks, there's hills, there's plenty of terrain, man. To go out there. But I get you. Sometimes I really wish I can go further down there, and but at the same time, man, it's just when I go out there and bash, especially for filming, pretty much I already have in mind what I'm gonna do and just execute it. And like for example, right now since I'm talking about, just go out there and just bash, forget about cameras, forget about all that. Oh man, that is something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. So even that, as I'm bashing, that actually also gives me ideas on, what to do, to give you guys, the great content that, you guys deserve. So that's also another thing for me. This also will be a tool, to actually come out with, new tricks or, new obstacles or new, I don't know, challenges. Um, so even at that, man, I also that's the reason why I just want to go out there and just bash, man. So let's see here, and everybody's saying Glamisphere, Glamisphere, Glamisphere. So yeah, there you go, King Troy. Um, so yeah, it is a third glance, and of course, if you're not familiar how it looks, I do have one handy, and I'm sure most of you guys are gonna be like, "Ugh, this guy again with this freaking car." But I can showcase it, really quick because I do have one handy. So let me know if you want to check it out. See, and also, Beamfell Turtle says, "Didn't you guys have a Glamisphere sent to a couple of different channels?" Yes. So that was the Glamisphere on tour. I send it to numerous channels. Also, that playlist, you can't find it in my channel. And also, I did start in another tour, which apparently I did had to terminate, due to the pandemic that's going on around the world. So I haven't really talked about it much, and also, reason being because, of course, basically what's going on in the world right now, social distancing and all that. So I did tell, the people that I did invite, to participate. I did say, sorry, this tour will come to an end. The vehicle that we assumed, was going to go to different channels. Once it got back to me, I was going to go ahead and give it away. And it was the Arma, it was a Arma Granite, I think, two-wheel drive. Um, and yeah, once it comes back to me, I'll go ahead and, make I don't know. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I do have plans on how am I gonna give it away. Okay, so once I get that vehicle, that truck will be given away. And the tour was called, I think it was Arma View It to Win It. That's the segment that I called it. And yeah, I mean, once that vehicle comes back to me, yeah, I will definitely, give it away, to one of my viewers. The way to win it, sorry. I still haven't decided, you know. I do want to make it challenging. I do want to make it fun for you guys, to watch at home and actually just like tonight, just tease you guys a bit, and by the end of the day we'll get a happy winner and just give it away. So that's my take on that. Let's see here. RC Recreation says, same reason I don't like to run my HPI or OFNA nitros anymore. Parts are harm to combat. Yeah, man. you know. And it sucks that when you buy an RC vehicle, especially, and I'm gonna say, like for example, Viterra. I was a huge fan of Viterra. Okay, apparently they went under. You know, we will not see much about of Viterra. You know, no longer. Word around says that they're still be making on roads. You know, the V100s, but initially when they started, man, in 2012, you know, their lineup was amazing, and I can actually tell you guys, you know, which one they were. It was the twin hammers. It was you know, the V100s, which I think initially they did the '68 Ford Mustang, and every other on roads around. I think it was a Nissan Silvia that they did, and it was an amazing car. It looked really really nice. The Vatera Glamis Uno, you know, the Uno came uh, before the Glamisphere. Uh, the what do you call that big old monster truck? Oh, the Vatera Hilux, you know, was a huge monster truck. And then they also came out with the Vatera Raptor, the Ford Raptor. They did also make their own stadium truck. Um, the Kalahari, you know, Vatera really had a great lineup. And the irony is, man, you know, and actually, I'm not even gonna say the brand, but you do see the brand. It's right here in front of your screen. This brand actually sued Vatera because of their cantilever shots. The Vatera twin hammers and the Traxxas Revo share the same front suspension, and apparently, according to Traxxas, that was patented by them, and Traxxas pretty much sued their asses. So, and from there, actually, that's when I even saw that they were just pretty much just going downhill from there. And yeah, fortunately, even I did see that parts were becoming all available. And yeah, man, it's pretty devastating, you know, to see that Vatera went under. Okay. And I'll tell you this, you know, if you guys even are familiar with cars, okay, like for example, GM, General Motors, you know, back then, great brands such as, you know, Hummer or Oldsmobile or Buick, um, you know, that's pretty much in the RC world. You know, those manufacturers are no longer uh, available because they just said, you know what, we just don't see the potential. And yeah, you know, that's what happened to Vatera, unfortunately. So the potential was there, man. I trust me. If you ask me about any Vatera vehicle, yeah, I can name it from head to toe. But guess what, man? You know, since I own a few Vateras, well, now I have to be careful with them because if I start breaking them, well, there's no parts for them. So yeah, bummer. So let's see here. Big Head RC says, guy crawled with me the other day using an Ascender. Yeah, man, even the Vatera Ascender, I happen to own one myself. I do own the 72 Chevy. It's pretty much that yellow truck that kind of looks like a Honcho, but it's pretty much the 72 Chevy truck. Yeah, man, that Vatera Ascender has plenty of potential. So, so yeah. So let's see here. I'm gonna put the link on the chat one last time. If you guys, you know, if you guys want to join, let's see here. Nobody wants to join tonight. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna go ahead and call it early tonight. But yeah, so there is the link. The way to join, all you gotta do is just click the link, and it will just bring you straight here. So it doesn't have to be, you know, on video. It can also be on a cell phone, and you can also just be on audio. So yeah. Oh boy. So let's see here. So pretty much we covered everything tonight. And oh, Frank the Tank. Hey, good evening. You're no, you're just playing funny.
Yes, I am just playing.
How's it
How are
going?
you? I'm
Pretty
doing
good in
good.
yourself?
Yeah, I was putting all my toys away.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, because we just came from the urban crawl, so I had this guy pulling some cars, that big long trailer that I had my SX10 on, and I also had my unicorn on. And then somebody's D90 broke down, so I ended up towing that one behind my truck, behind everything. So it was really cool. Like this truck is a beast. Like it's really good. It's
I bet. I did see
I'm,
that on Instagram. You did post that on
yeah,
Instagram, right? If I'm
I
not
did.
mistaken. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Awesome, awesome.
It's basically the first time I take it out for a long run. Like we were out for 3 hours, a little over 3 hours, and it held up. There's three cars that broke down, three trucks that broke down,
Oh boy.
and just when I got to the parking lot, I park it behind my car, and then just before I put it away, I decide to go. So I go 20 feet, and then I start turning, and then poof, nothing. It breaks down. The
Ooh.
dry shaft falls off of it. Like just at the end, like it was just stupid. Like I go, man, I'm lucky I didn't break before because I would have had to carry everything, and that was a lot of weight there.
Yeah, and pretty much, people watching us at home. So it was that truck, the one in your, I guess, to your right shoulder, and
Yeah,
then with a big old trailer, right? And then also you had cars. So yeah, I could see that. It was a
it's very long. It was like almost 5 feet long, if not more. I should have measured it.
yeah. And the motor didn't overheat. What are you running there? A brushless system? A brush?
No, it's a brush, a 65 turn.
Okay, oh, so you got plenty of power.
Oh yeah.
Plenty. Yeah.
Oh, we were climbing inclines, and I was pulling the D90, and the D90 actually had a motor, so it was not on the trailer. So I was actually turning its motor, so it was a little harder with the D90 at the back, but did a good job.
Oh boy.
When I was going up the hill, the front wheel was coming off, like I was getting a
Really?
frame twist with all the weight I was pulling,
Really? Wow.
and the front wheel was lifting. It was funny.
Oh man. Wow, wow. So do you have any other projects going on, Tank?
Projects I got to finish, yeah, like this guy here. It's
Your
probably the
your
next one I'm going to finish.
your semi truck?
Yeah, the semi truck, the Acros.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. And also, you haven't posted a video of the Kyosho Rampage, right? A running video.
Running video? No, I have not. I did a little bit of running in front of John's house, real
Mm-hmm.
quick, and that's what I put on there. But I do have a couple other footage. But I want to take it out on the dirt, and I haven't done that. I was supposed to do that this weekend, but there was the urban crawl, so today. Tomorrow, there's a lot of housework we have to do. But if I do, next week, I got to do some not house, hunting, job hunting. But I might take an hour or two and go do some nice videos somewhere.
Sweet, sweet, man. Yeah, we'll definitely be watching.
Hmm.
So are you excited to run it on dirt?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go to the beach and have some fun at the beach.
Ooh.
Try to do a couple jumps and maybe do like a sand wall and just like crash through the wall in slow motion through the sand. Should be cool.
Oh, that's gonna be epic, man.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, man, that truck on sand, that's where it's meant to be.
Hmm.
And of course you're fully aware that I own one myself, and yeah, that truck belongs in the sand. It's a very, very capable truck and
Yeah.
very fun. Very, very fun. So yeah, man. So looking forward to that running video for sure.
Cool.
So let's see here. There's a question says the Tank RC, how can I contact you to find out where to go for October 24th?
October 24th. You can come in with the other guy that's right beside you that lives close to you. He's coming too. Man, I got a blank. I hate that when I got a blank now. No, but just go to my Facebook page or message me on Facebook, make sure, or even message me on thetankrc@gmail.com, and I can send you the address. But basically, if you go at the Tank RC on Facebook, you will see the link for October 24th for the event on my page, and you can come down. We're doing a Halloween event, so it should be pretty interesting.
Oh, really? Okay. Cool, cool. Is it RC themed or just Halloween themed?
No, we're gonna have the trucks, and there are gonna be some challenges that they have to do. There's a guy that's coming up with the different challenges to actually do it. He hasn't told us yet.
Yeah.
Oh boy, long day, but he's supposed to plan something, so he might tell us tomorrow morning, tomorrow tomorrow Sunday. He's supposed to let us know what the new challenge is going to be.
And what do you think it'll be? Can you let
I
us
have
know?
no idea. He says you better have a good pulling truck. He said so. It's something to
Oh,
do with pulling.
bowling. So I guess a crawler will be good.
Yeah.
Um, like yeah, even yeah, just that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So all right, what's it called? You did mention that tomorrow, right? You're gonna have some type of event for crawling.
Tomorrow, no. It's
No,
on October 24th.
okay. No, but you did mention you were gonna do something tomorrow. It was just housework, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of housework to do, and that's why I'm not going to do any RCs tomorrow. I don't think I'll have time. There's we have to work on the balcony. We have to work on the garden. There's a whole bunch of things. Fall. I mean, not spring,
Yeah,
fall.
yeah, yeah,
Getting some stuff ready.
yeah, yeah. No, no. What I was gonna say is, on your I know you do have a crawling course in your backyard.
Yeah,
Are you gonna add anything additional to what you already have on there?
I do all the time. I keep adding stuff. Yeah, and I might for Halloween. We might do a couple things. Hey, there's Bulgar RC. How you
Hey,
doing?
hey, good evening. Welcome, welcome. Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome. So no RC this weekend, huh? Well, hopefully.
Oh, I just spent all day out with the RCs.
So let's see. So what do you think about Traxxas? Do you have any take on this particular brand? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's your input on it?
No, I don't have any input. Traxxas is a very good name brand. They've been how do you say that? They've been squeezing the lemon, like squeezing with all the parts. It's the same technology, same engine, same things for years. There hasn't been a lot of evolution except for the X Max. I find that when it came out, and then they came out with the Max, which is a smaller version. The Haas is basically a Stampede,
Stampede.
revamped Stampede. I had it right beside my Stampede, and mostly all the parts you can interchange them. They almost got the same arm. They're all a little bit different. There's a couple things that are different. That newer plastic, newer stuff, but there's a lot of parts that are still the same. So it's it's really neat. Some people are even saying like pay $60 more and get a Max instead.
Right?
But it's not the same thing at all. The Max is a much heavier truck. It's to me, it's built a little stronger. The way the towers are and things like that. It's not. It does not handle the same thing as a Max.
So yeah,
It's
it's
a
a total different vehicle, huh?
yeah.
No, and I couldn't agree more, you know. And I couldn't agree more. So now you as a RC consumer, that you go out there and if you're on the market, you did mention that obviously Traxxas did has been squeezing the lemon, as much as they
Mhm.
could. Now, you as a consumer, do you think that's a good thing? Is it a bad thing? You know, what's your input on
Sorry, what's the my input on what?
that? As far as having old innovation, there's hardly no innovation on these vehicles. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it? you know.
It's good for the business because they're reusing the same plastic, they're reusing the same mold, they're reusing all this thing, the same thing. They don't have to pay for it anymore. So for business, it's good. But to me, they have to evolve, and that's what Arma has been showing. And they've been coming out with new trucks and like the Speedster and the Infraction and Limitless and all that. Like that's cool to actually see. They have the
Right.
X01. Traxxas has had the X01 for years, and this says the only car that does over 100 miles an hour. To this point, they still say that's the fastest car. And we've seen that the infraction has gone up, but
Yeah.
um, the company Arma does not push saying that they're the fastest on the market, but they're pushing the ass of Traxxas, that's for sure.
Yeah, right, right, yeah.
Yeah,
So we got Bulgar's video says, my Traxxas is bright yellow now, like a lemon. If you guys are
good.
not aware, Mr. Bulgar's videos actually put a Ford Bronco on his TRX4 Sport. So that's what he's referring to. So now, and as far as the crawling scene goes, Tank, do you own any TRX4s platforms?
TRX4, no,
No?
no. The only Traxxas I have is Slash and Stampede.
Stampede. Okay. So now I'll tell you this, okay. I haven't owned a TRX4 until now. And even that, man, I'm very surprised on that thing, the way it handles, the way it performs, even the parts that are out there, as far as an upgrade. Um, I gotta say, man, the TRX4 lineup, it's pretty impressive.
Oh, I have no question, if, ands, or but about it. It is an amazing truck. It
Yeah.
crawls very good with those portals and the way it is.
Yep.
It is a cool truck. Like I tried the Gladiator, and it's a very good truck. But to me, I want it more challenging. That's why I like running the RC 4-wheel drive here, the TF2. That's why
Yeah.
that's my go-to truck when I go crawling. Yeah, it's not as capable as a TRX4, but it's going to be more challenging for me, and for me that's what I me is looking for. So that's why that truck is nice, and that's why I'm not going to get a TRX4. It's, to me, it's a cheater truck. It's too easy for me.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And so now you did mention, RC four-wheel drive. Now, comparing an RC four-wheel drive to, and I'm just gonna name a brand like Axial, okay? If you can compare the Axial Jeep Gladiator to, what do you have back there? The Trail Finder? That's what it is behind you?
Yeah,
The RC four-wheel drive Trail Finder. Now, if you compare between the two, what can you say? I mean, what would be the differences?
you can't. Well, you can compare them, but they're completely two different trucks, because one is on leaf,
Exactly.
the other one's on link, the other one's got portals, the other one doesn't. So you do have to worry about your center,
Gravity.
not the center gravity, but the center pinion, the ball at the end, underneath. There's a whole
Oh,
bunch of stuff you got to worry about. The wheel length is completely different. The tire size are completely different. Can I put 1.9 tires on this truck? Yeah, I can. Um, I have not tried the BRX1. I know that it's a very nice truck. Somebody here had one last year. He had it here, but I have not had a chance to actually try it.
now the BRX one, what brand is that again?
That's Boom Racing.
Boom Racing. Oh, okay. I've heard about it too a lot. And I
Just
actually
just
had to.
remember, just remember, BR Boom Racing.
Okay.
X1 is because it's their first gen. It's the first time they make that truck, so it's Boom Racing first gen.
Oh, X1.
BRX1.
Clever, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then going back to this, the difference between RC four-wheel drive and and I just named a crawler per se. RC four-wheel drive. If you're in a market for a crawler vehicle, RC four-wheel drive, I think they just base it more to scale. other than performance. And I guess I know Tank you can say otherwise, but the way I would always see RC four-wheel drive, they would just base it more as a scale truck. Perform and it could perform well, but you would have to modify, or you would have to really, really go into the drawing board and say, okay, so what can we do to make this vehicle articulate a little better, to perform better? Um, that's the way I see, RC four-wheel drive compared to an Axial or a Patera or a Red Cat, you know.
Mm.
So, and I don't know if you can agree to that thing.
Yeah.
Which you say, the Trail Finder, even having those leaf springs, okay, the articulation is so limited that you
Well,
can
of
actually
course,
see.
it's not. It's a trail truck. It's not a crawler. It's not built for crawling. It's
Correct.
just like you take your Toyota, a real life one-to-one Toyota, and you compare it to a Bigfoot, or you compare it to somebody's hop top F-150 that has links that have things. It says, "Hey, mine crawls better than yours." Well, yeah, you got more
Yeah.
money to spend into it, and it's not meant to do the same thing. But mine's going to be a heck of a lot more comfortable on the trails and on the road. Like it's
Yeah.
two different trucks at all. It's just like this white truck. If I take this on the trail, I'm going to be stuck everywhere. So this
Yeah.
thing is shit for crawling. It's no good for crawling. Does that make it less of a truck?
No.
No, because it's a pulling truck. So it's every truck, every car has a different thing. I have lots of different cars here, lots of different things. For the simple reason that they all drive different. I don't have two of the same. And the reason is because you get a different um, experience driving all those different trucks.
Yes, and that's correct. That's correct. And also, so my latest video is of the low C laser nut, and I did had a couple comments. They did ask me. I also own the low C DV Pro, which they happen to be almost the same vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
and they did ask me, what's the difference between them two? Um, the low C laser nut has a wider, or longer chassis, I should say, the longer chassis, and the wheels are 2.2s. They're much larger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that out of the park. It performs a lot better.
Yeah.
Actually, I was able to go through hills that the DV Pro wouldn't. You know, Capability as far as clearance, as far as obstacles. Oh man, that laser node would just go through them like nothing. As to the DV Pro, you know, it it will have a tough time to keep up with a laser. So by the end of the day, they may be the same platform,
Okay.
but they perform way different. You know, so that's why I even chose the laser node, because I knew for a fact that that vehicle was going to be different, to the DV Pro. So, and I can actually tell you right now, I can confirm it with you. They're totally different cars. I know they look the same,
Mm-hmm.
characteristics, all that, but performance, the laser nut is more capable as far as obstacles. Now, if you put them side by side, let's say for example, if you're just gonna do maybe a few laps, or something at a close circuit, I can I could definitely see the DB Pro actually performing better than the laser nut, because the DB Pro actually sits closer to the floor, and it's more uh, ready for racing characteristics.
Yeah.
And the laser nut, well, of course, it is a rock racer by the end of the day. And yeah, man, and by the end of the day, also, um, that thing performs so well. I was very, very impressed by it, because when I bought it, I actually said to myself, well, what if by the end of the day, it performs as a DB Pro? And no, I actually, as soon as I put on my battery, started bashing, it's like, no, I pretty much confirmed to myself, this is a different vehicle, you know? So let's see here. Oh, we have Leo Watson in the house. Hey, man, good evening. Welcome, welcome. And then RC Recreation says, if Trax is going to continue to rely on the aftermarket to improve their vehicles and save money on designing, then they should be able to lower their price point, I think. That's a good, yeah, that's a good point. But then again, man, Traxxas obviously has built a reputation, and even to this day, you'll be surprised of how many. And actually, we had a person right here that barely started the hobby. Um, and oh man, I had his name, which is King Troy 502. He did mention earlier in the stream that he barely, got into the hobby. A person like him, that he's new to the hobby. If he sees Traxxas, you know, I'm sure he will be out in the market and buying new RCs.
Mm-hmm.
And you just take your pick. What do you want? They want dependability, you want performance, so every vehicle has something to offer. You know, so yeah. Let's see here. Bulgar's video says the BRX01 seems to be the best of both worlds. Very skilled and performs great too. What do you think about that thing?
I cannot agree to that comment, and I cannot disagree to that comment
And
because
yeah,
I never drove one.
and same here. I know Bulgar has.
Hey,
So
Tony.
we have Tony. Hey, good evening. No, I know he was here.
Yeah, I know. I saw him chatting earlier.
So yeah. Let's see here. Did I miss anything? Oh, we have North Carl RC. Hey man, how's it going? Island RC Duke. Hey man, I didn't see your comment. Sorry. It says just stop by to get a thumbs up and have the grandkids. Take it easy, man.
Cool.
We'll see you in the next one. Let's see here. Well, pretty much I got cut up here. So are you gonna buy any RCs anytime soon, Tank? Any RC that you have in mind?
Gotta find a job first.
But let's say, man, if you had obviously, still have money, if you still had a decent job, is there any RC that you had on your wish list?
Well, there is. It's the Red Cat.
Red Cat. Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, Red Cat. The Wendigo.
Interesting. So why the Wendigo? Well, I think it's Wendigo, no?
Sure, whatever. I call it a Wendigo. A Wendigo. You call it Wendigo. We know which truck it is. I just like the look of it, and it's bigger than a Wraith. It's a rock racer. I don't have lots of rock racer. I do have a Wraith, but other than that, I don't have another one. So it's a nice one, and I don't see a lot of videos of those out. And I like building and doing stuff that not a lot of people have. So
No, so Tony corrected me. So it's Wendigo. I say Wendingo. So are you familiar with the Kyosho Fox?
yeah,
Yeah. Now they're not the same scale, are they?
no,
No, the Wendigo is shorter scale.
yeah,
Okay, because the Kyosho Fox, it's also the same thing. What they're trying to do with the Wendigo.
okay.
Um, and I happen to own that myself, and oh man, that truck is amazing. Now the only thing that I don't like about that Kyosho Fox is that I'm sure maybe people can relate, but for some reason those wheel nuts always tend to loosen.
Okay.
Every time that I go out there and use my Kyosho Fox, I tend to lose the freaking hex nuts for some
Hmm.
reason. Annoying. No matter how much thread lock I put on there, they still loosen up, and next thing you know, yeah, one freaking wheel just flies off, and there goes my bass session.
Wow.
So, but yeah. Oh, and also, and speaking of Kyosho, did you see that they came out with that new the Mini Z, the Jeep? It was a little
Yes.
crawler.
Yep.
So what do
Um,
you let me ask you this. So do you think people were excited about that?
if you're a Kyosho fan and a Mini Z fan, and I am because I own one of Mini Z, one of them, and my brother had some. The bodies of it are so nice. Like the detail on the bodies are so nice, and that's what makes Kyosho the name brand it is the
Yeah,
body, not just the performance. But the Mini Zs are pretty good for performance. Some people they were very quick to critic the Mini Z crawlers, um, especially that they've only run on regular batteries and not lipos.
yeah, double
Um,
A's.
so but that's what mini Z's are. That's what they've been running on all these years. So, but they're pretty good. I like the mini Z's, and the quality of them are great.
No, yeah, and I couldn't agree more. I'm also a Kyosho fan. I'm not a huge fan of the Mini C series, but I do agree. The bodies are amazing.
And
Especially even in the racing scene. Like for example, the Toyota, the GT1 that I happened to see, and oh, they just look beautiful.
you were talking about the Kyosho Fox, and on August 22nd, I did do an unboxing of the Kyosho Fox and a review of it. Not any running video, but a review of it and the way the transmission is and how that truck is. It's a nice truck. It's very interesting how the steering linkage is on that, and it's but myself, I did not like the price point for that. That was way too much of a car for
Yeah,
Canadian dollar.
yeah, and yeah, and also some things that I can point out of the Fox, the diff casings. Okay, the diff casings are universal. It doesn't have to be a rear or a front. They're both the same thing. So
Yeah,
if you happen to break one of those diff casings, if you just buy one, you can just put on the front or on the rear. It doesn't matter if it's the same thing.
yeah. It's
Um,
a frame. It's the same axle front and rear. And
that's correct.
what's neat is with it is you can actually put a servo at the back also and have it four-wheel steering, no problem. And right out of the box, it will do it,
Yeah.
because it's the same thing. It's the same knuckles, front and rear.
And then also, a lot of people get confused because they do say that it's a chain driven vehicle.
Yep.
Um, the thing is, it's part chain drive and then part, I guess, gear, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, the chain that's to move, I think, the back wheels, if I'm not mistaken,
No, it moves the front and the rear.
and the front.
Because you have your transmission on top, you have everything, the motor, transmission, everything is on top. And then you have the spur gear, but then attached to that spur gear, you have a chain that goes all the way down to the
Correct,
transfer case. And then the transfer case powers the front and the rear.
correct.
So the
And I
transfer case is actually lower, but it's got a chain on it.
and I did get a comment, once that if I ever busted the chain, honestly, I haven't.
Hmm.
And I've ran that thing, on a 4S, full potential, and oh man, that thing is a freaking tank. Like you tank, Frank the Tank.
Hmm.
So we have RC Recreation says the Kaiju looks cool too.
Yes, it
Redcan is
does.
starting to really compete, I think, and a pretty reasonable price. So,
Yep.
what do you think? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the Caju is nice. I don't think the Caju is a 100% made car by them. It might be a rebranded again. I don't know. But mind you, I have not seen another one that looks like the same, so I don't know. Um, but I know the Wendigo is their own creation, just like the Gen 8. So, and that's the reason I want to get the Wendigo. But I got too many bashers here, so I don't. For
Right?
me, I don't need the Caju. Like some people were saying, "What, you're gonna get the Wendigo instead of the Caju?" Like, yeah, like that's my style.
Yeah. And then we have a Bull Gears RC. His opinion says Wendigo always flips over in all the videos I've seen of it. You will get good exercise chasing it around and flipping it back over.
Of
So,
course, it's not a basher. It's a rock racer. It's meant to climb rocks and to go like fast and and climb some rocks. It's not meant to go 50 miles an hour and then take a corner. It doesn't have the suspension. It's not meant for that. Some people
yeah,
use it the wrong way.
exactly right. Then Tony's comment says, I'm excited about it. I think he was referring to the Kyosho Mini Z. We're talking about
Yes.
the
Yep.
Jeep that
Yep.
really came out. Then we have 11 Charlie in the house. Hey, man, good evening. Welcome, welcome. So let's see. Oh, and I do agree with Bull Gear here. He says, I completely rebuilt my Mini Z 4x4. So it has a twist lipo and a 3-wire servo and an axial ESC. Works great now. Bull Gear's video actually modified, the hell out
Yeah.
of his Mini Z.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing, man. I gotta say.
Cool.
So, yeah. Now, if you ask me about the Mini Z, when that Forerunner came out, I was very, very impressed, on the scale and 101 uh, look appearance. It looks amazing, man. But the downfall about me is double A batteries, man. I don't know. It won't do for me. That's the only
Mhm.
thing where I just say, well. But
On
again,
my Mini Z, I run AAA batteries on them, and I have the rechargeable one. You can buy rechargeable one and keep recharging them, and they're a very high NIM, a very high discharge rate.
mhm,
So like they're pretty fast there, and they work fine. I never had any problems.
right, yeah. So if you're a fan of double A or triple A, so it's triple A batteries that they use.
I'm
Is
not
that
a
what I'm hearing?
fan of the batteries. I'm a fan of the car. I don't care what
Of the car.
batteries goes in it.
But do you know, is it a standard double A or triple A?
On the Mini Z on their on road, it's a AAA. There's 4 AAAs. They're on the side, which makes the car very well balanced. It's kind of cool the way they do it.
Yeah, because I wasn't really sure what types of
Oh, on the truck?
batteries.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah. And C6RC says you can buy more if your battery runs out. Yeah.
Yep. Just go to the
Okay.
corner store, get some batteries. You can't get lipos there.
Right. So let's see. Says Mini C 4x4 is like the RC 4-wheel drive 1/24th scale. In Bulky RC videos, man, he's been in the 1/24th scale for quite a while now. So,
Yep. Not for
but
me.
and yeah,
Not
and
me.
same here, man. I like the I guess the tiniest crawler that I have is that ECX Gen 2.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with that truck, but yeah, I mean that is the tiniest crawler that I have. But
Hmm.
something smaller than that, I don't know. For some reason, I just lose interest. Maybe because the RC Basher Boy Arena is so big that I know for a fact that I won't have fun with it. I don't know. I just don't doesn't interest me, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just doesn't interest me. So let's see here. So well tank, it has been an hour, 58 minutes and 20 seconds in. Um so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call it tonight.
Sounds
So
good.
what do you say, Tank? Should we just go for another 2 minutes or just end it right here? I don't know.
I
Your
don't know.
call.
Put a cover on the Rustler and let people guess what's under it.
All right, go for it. Let's do it. There you go.
There we go. What do you guys think is under that shirt?
You have less than a minute now. Let us know. There you go. Wee, it's a Rustler. So no, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it here. So I really do appreciate thank you showing up here tonight and talking here with me. RC stuff, and I really wish you a really really great weekend. And of course, if you want to say bye to everyone, feel free to do so.
Cool. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend and go out there and have some fun. And charge up those batteries. Go out there, have some fun, and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun.
And then
So
we have Bookie RC videos.
it's a stampede.
It's a Rustler. So no worries, man. Hey, man. Of course, I will be doing live streams Saturday nights. 8 p.m. Mountain Time, USA time. So if you guys are curious what times do I usually do lives, that is the time. Also, if I come in a little late, I just, man, it's hard for me to actually come in, at a really, really set time. So if I'm like 5, 10 minutes late, just bear with me. I will go live eventually. But if something happens, I will post on my community tab that I can't make it or what have you. So I will be adamant about that
And
as well.
and Gabe always keeps his RC on his bed because that's the only way this bed is going to see action is seeing RCs.
Right? Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
So so yeah, please tune in every Saturday night,
cool.
8 p.m. Mountain Time, and
Always
yeah,
fun.
so always fun, and also have a great weekend, have a great Saturday night, and also just like how Tax said, go out and break something. If you're not breaking something, you're not having as much fun as you should. So we're gonna go ahead and end it there. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later. And